Welcome everyone. Namaskar. Today we are going to do lesson number 2, Business Support Services. Business Support Services. What is it? So dear learners, Business Support Services, it means when a business is there, in it you give support services to your customers, to your clients, to have better business growth. In a business, there are 5 elements that are there, like banking, insurance, transportation, communication, which is very important, and warehousing, where there is always extra stock. In banking, we will learn more deeply what is there in banking for your better understanding. So what is there in banking? There is checks, there is ATM cards, there is different services, savings account, you can deposit your money, you can open a new account where you keep your money. Then comes, what is the importance of banking? So the first is capital formation. Second is service to business, different kinds of businesses. And the third point is it reduces the use of currency. There is more use of transactions, online transactions, and internet banking. Fourth is mobilization of savings. When you save some amount of money, it gains interests. Fifth is rural economy benefits. Rural areas have their own economic benefits and their economy gains more profit and develops. Sixth is development of economy. With more and more bank accounts in the bank gives a better development to the economy of the nation. Seventh is credit development. Types of banks. The first is commercial banks. In commercial banks, there are private sector banks, as well as public sector banks are also there. And then there are foreign banks, which are established here in India. Second type of banks are the cooperative banks. The cooperative banks are the banks who pool the money of different people all together and keep it. And you can always take back your money when it has gained interest. Development banks. In the development banks, it works for the support of people and welfare of people for their development. Their aim and objective is to support. Specialized bank. In specialized bank, it works for urgent needs of the bank. Whenever there is an urgent need, the specialized bank works for you. Then there is central bank. Just as specialized bank, then top of the specialized bank comes the central bank. The central bank is the top priority bank of the nation. It looks after all the banks together, and whenever a bank needs anything, the central bank is always there to support. So, dear learners, let us see the functions of commercial banks. First is the primary function, second is the secondary function. So, let's focus on the primary function. It says that they accept deposits. You can always deposits and they will never say no. Then loans and advances. Loans and advances are always there. It works as a primary function in commercial banks. And every time you take the loan, you must return it after a certain period of time. Then comes the secondary function. The first point in the secondary function is that the commercial bank acts as agency services. And are for general utility services. They are always there for that. Then there are types of bank accounts. I will explain you. First is the savings deposit account, where you can save up your money. So, for example, every time from your monthly income, you save up some money for future use, emergencies. Savings account is used for that. Because in the savings account there is always interest gained. Then comes the current deposit account. In the current deposit account, for example, if you have 1 lakh in your account and you see that you need money or you need to buy something on an urgent basis, the current deposit account always helps you with that. You can always use the money, and when you have used, you can always return the money to the same account. So whenever it goes in negative, you make it positive by adding. Then there is fixed deposit account, also known as FDs. A lot of you must be knowing what are fixed deposit accounts. So in the fixed deposit accounts, you make a FD for your children, for yourself, for your wife, or for your husband, anyone. And you deposit the money for a period of time. You can never break the FD and take out the money. You can always save that money for certain period of time until it gains investment. The fourth is recurring deposit account, which is RD. RD is the monthly savings you do, and you can take out money after a year. So dear friends, let us learn about the banking services. The first is issue of bank draft. So the issue of bank draft is always helpful, as you can use the draft for your business. The second is banker's check. Banker's check, it means whenever you want to transfer money and you don't want to use cash, you can always give that person check, and that person can go to the bank and deposit the check, and the money that is written in the check will be transferred to their account. The check can be used for a month. Then comes the real-time gross settlement, which is RTGS. This is, you can transfer money by online, by banking and all this, and it can be transferred as soon as possible. The fourth is National Electronic Fund Transfer, which is also known as NIFT. You can transfer any time in the day, 24/7. There is no time limit, and it will be transferred within few hours. It's easy to transfer, and you don't have to go to the bank specially or write a check. You just have to take the account number and the IFSC code, and then you can send it soon. The fifth point is bank overdraft. What does it mean? So it means when you take out some amount of money and it goes to zero. So whenever it's zero, the bank account is called to be overdraft. Every bank has their own limit, and the amount has to be minimum amount should be there in the account. Different bank accounts have different minimum level. Whenever our account goes to minus, it is known as bank overdraft. The sixth is cash credit. Seventh is SMS alerts. You always get SMS alerts whenever there is debit or credit in your account. So for example, if you have an account and if you take out money from that account, it gives you the balance left in the account. It automatically sends message or SMS alerts to you about the time the withdrawn was made. And by message alerts, you know that you have taken out the money. SMS alerts are important so that you always have a proof and you know that there was debit or credit made to your account. If there is addition in your account, that is also sent to you. So dear learners, let us learn about e-banking. What is e-banking? E-banking is electronic banking, which is related to account, or if you want to open a new account, and all these services through internet. What are the benefits of e-banking? Let's learn. The first is, it is 24 hour and 7 days services, also called 24/7 services. You can use it any time of the day. Then the second is unlimited use. There's unlimited use, there's no boundation to the limit you can use. Third is can do while you are traveling. You can always use e-banking while you are traveling from here to there. And there's no worry that the money will be stolen from you. You would always have it in your e-bank. The fourth is there's low transaction cost. There's very low transaction cost. The fifth is it empowers the customers. The customers are free to use as they want to use their internet banking. Then they're not bound to use. It is for their profit. The sixth is competitive advantage. So there's always competition which leads to the advantage, because whenever a bank says that we have more services, the other banks also come up with new services. So the more the competition, the more services and the benefit we get. So these are so many benefits of e-banking. Postal and telecom services. The first thing we need to learn is postal and telecom services is when we are able to post, send it or courier to somebody we urgently need to send something to. Somebody who is far away from us and we cannot give it in the hand. The parcel service is when we parcel a product to them. Now the courier. Courier is sending the courier, we pay them the amount and they themselves take from you and send it and deliver to the respective address. This is their postal service. Now we will learn about savings services. The first is recurring deposits in post office, and the second is National Savings Certificate, which is NSC. The post office also works as a bank. It also works as deposits and savings. And in the second, the National Savings Certificate, which is NSC, you get the certificate from them. And whenever you need a certificate from NSC, you can go there, get the certificate for your savings and get the money back. Without the certificate, they will not be able to give back the money that you have saved. Public Provident Fund, which is PPF. What is it? So, Public Provident Fund, PPF, is very important for a person. It keeps the savings of a person for emergency use. The fourth point is monthly income scheme, where your monthly income is given to you every month. Learners, we will now learn about insurance. So, what is insurance? Insurance works as a security or a safety for a person. Whenever an accident happens or anything happens, it protects you. So let us learn the importance of insurance. First, it is protection against the risk. There is always protection from any kind of risk. The second is pooling of risk. In the pooling of risk, there is always savings that save you. The third is it helps in securing the loans. The fourth is it is protection against liabilities. Your liabilities are protected due to insurance. The fifth point is it helps in economic development. So the more people do insurance, there will be more and more economic development. The sixth is generation of employment. A lot of people are employed due to insurance and insurance companies. Seventh is social security. Socially, everybody has their own security. Types of insurance. So, what are the types of insurance? First is the life insurance. So, what is life insurance? Life insurance is like joint life policy. for family, for children, for parents, for anyone. It is like joint life policy. If anything happens, there is always insurance that protects and claims. Then there is money back policy. So if you keep paying the premiums and once there's no happened, you can always get the refund. And again, you can do another policy for whichever year, how many years you want. Then comes the pension plan. There is always a pension plan for future. Then comes unit plans. Then there is group insurance policy. Fire insurance. So what is fire insurance? If there is a fire anywhere, be it in your house, be it in your business company, in your building or anywhere, the insurance claims it. What is marine insurance? In marine insurance, marine is totally saved. The ship is totally insured. Where anything happens to the ship or the people in the ship, the insurance take it on them. Now we will see other insurances like motor insurance, health insurance, which covers our health, crop insurance, if there is a damage in crops, it looks after the crop insurance, cash insurance, cattle insurance, as you see, bullock, cow, buffalo, there are insurance for them also. Then is Rajeshwari Mahila Kalyan Bima Yojana. Seventh is Amartya Shiksha Yojana. It works for the orphanage children and their education. Theft insurance. Then there is fidelity guarantee insurance, which works for the loss that happens because of the employees. Now we will learn the principles of insurance. What are they? The principle are the principle of utmost good faith. Then there is principle of insurable interest. The principle of insurable interest works for any desired insurance that you require. Then there is principle of indemnity. If there is any personal loss or theft, the principle of indemnity looks after that. Principle of contribution. the principal to contribute, and whenever you need it, they pay it to you. It is a contributed work. Principle of subrogation. So for example, if you take loan of 5 lakhs and by any mishappening, only 3 lakhs are saved and 2 lakh got into loss. So the insurance company will give us the rest 2 lakhs that got into loss. Principle of loss minimization. Trying to minimize the loss. Then comes the principle of causa proxima, of following the policies of insurance company. Then comes transportation. So what is transportation? Transportation is the source or the medium that is used to ship the products worldwide, be it ship, be it aeroplane, be it car, taxi, van, bikes. Or you could courier it, post it. So what is the importance of transportation? The modes of transportation, when there is heavy products or heavy loaded products have to be sent, there are different kinds of modes of transportation. As you see, these huge trucks, loaded cars, or ship or aeroplane, these take in the very expensive or very heavy products. Now we will learn about the types of communication. First is oral communication. Second is written communication. Third is non-verbal communication. Dear friends, we will learn about mail services. So what are the mail services? The first is certificate of posting. When we post, we get a bill or a receipt or a certificate which is used as proof if later needed. The second is registered post. The third is insured post. The fourth is speed post. The fifth is post restinate. Then there are financial services. First is savings schemes. Second is remittance service. Third is distribute mutual funds and securities. And the last is insurance services. Now, as we see in the slide, there is telecommunications services, such as fixed line phone, like landlines. Second is cellular services. The third is telegram. The fourth is telex. The fifth is fax. If I'm sitting in Delhi and I have to send something to Bombay, we fax it. Sixth is voicemail. Seventh is email. Before we used to write letters and post it, but now with the new technology there are emails which you can send it in a second. Unified message services. Ninth is teleconferencing. Importance of communication in business, which is very important in any kind of business, to keep it professional and clear. Warehousing. The importance of warehousing is very important. Whenever there is extra stock, it is kept in the warehouse. There are types of warehouse, such as private, second is bonded storage, third is public warehouses, fourth is cooperative warehouses. You can pay them the particular fees and you can store your products. So there are functions of warehousing: storage of goods, protection of goods, risk bearing, identification of goods. Financing is also there, and proper processing of the products. Thank you.